Welcome to my another video, guys. I hope you are doing fine, and today we are looking at a new video which is Claude video, and we are going to do something excited, which is the image analysis using the Claude AI model. All right, and here comes, we are at the Claude documentation. All right, into the this vision section, we can see we have this whole vision documentations to get image analysis. All right, so this is their code they provide. That is the code. Only this code will run statically, right? You can use this code, like for example, if I copy this code and I paste it here, let's first of all let's create a .py file. I would say image analyze, analyze image, something like analyze image.py. So now we have created this .py file, and if I now paste this code into this file, you can see this the image URL. This is the static image URL of image, any image, and any, right? But I don't want this, and you don't also want that, because you don't want to like copy the first save the image and then copy the image path into your VS code and then paste into your path. That's a whole lot of steps, right? But what I will do is, to save your some time, we can do this whole thing in Flask Python, where you can where I will create the HTML page where you can upload image from your computer, from your laptop or something, right? Upload your image, and then it will analyze the image for you, and you can ask questions about that image. All right, let's get started. So there they give us this request where you can use where you can get the image, right? So this I create. All right, so, and now first of all we are using, and then after that, if you want to save that output into your database or into your vector database, we will also look into that. I will use Pinecone, which is the best vector database for storing the vectors. All right. All right, so first of all I will just ignore this part, and I will use import. First of all, our first step is, all right, I just create these steps for you guys so you can check that. First of all, the first step is to install all these things: the Flask, the Anthropic, LangChain, Pinecone, the LangChain OpenAI, and the LangChain and PyPDF. Right, so now we just hit on enter, and it will start installing. I've already installed all these requirements, so it will say requirement already satisfied. So if you will use first time, so it will take some time for you guys. All right, here we are. Now the second step is to import all these imports we will need for our project. These are our imports. All right, here we are. All right, so now we are import all these statements, and now you'll see, now we need the Flask instance for creating the Flask app, and after that we will importing our API keys. We need our API keys. All right, so, and this is the Anthropic thing. All right, so if you drag down this thing, we need the API key. We can copy that, we will paste it, and then we will copy this project and paste it here. All right, it will now check this API key, which we will do. We will create a new env file, and then we will store our API keys here, all over the API keys. All right, and now over the second step, the third step will be the extensions. So what kind of, all right, no, not this step, this part, because now what it should do is, when we select our image from our source, from our computer, then it will temporarily save the image into our upload folder, which we will create in our VS Code projectory. So yeah, and we will create upload folders. And now the step will be this. First we have to do, just ignore these steps. This is to save data in our Pinecone. We will see that, but first our main thing is to encode the image and create a first route, which is index.html. All right, so it will encode the images. As you can see in the documentation, they also decode the pictures into the encode or decode or something. Encode the pictures, right, to get the image properly. Okay, so our next step would be, first we go to this, then we create another route for image analysis session. In this route, what we can do is, first we have to upload files, right? So what we'll do is, now first, if the file is not in the request.files, which we will upload, if the file is not uploaded, then it will say no file part, right? It will get us the JSON format response that no file is edit or something, right? And this is where we get the file in the JSON format, request.files, and in the array brackets. All right, this is the JSON format syntax to get the file in the JSON format. And the questions what question the user asked about the image, then he will upload the image. All right, so if it says when the file name will be nothing, so it will say no selected file. And then the file name, the secure file name, which is to secure the file name which we upload. So it will upload the image name into our upload directory. And it will save the file. All right, after that we will check this media type. So by default we are setting this to the JPG format, but you can upload. So first, in this part of code, you can upload any kind of image format, any kind of AVL format, and web page format, the PNG, the JPG, any kind of. What this mim types Python library will do is to detect the image format, what kind of image format the user upload, and then it will de-encode the image. After that, the same code we will use this message, this code we will just align it, and now by pressing Control right array, you can indent the code properly. And now this error, we can do that thing, the media type. Here you note what I will change in this thing, in this part of code to make it dynamic. As you can see, the question, that is the question. This is the question, right? Now the data is image data, this, and the media type is this. By default it is JPG, but it will detect the image, what kind of image the user will upload. So if the image will not be detected, then it will consider it as JPG. So that's the thing. After that, we will clean the file from the upload, because if user user can use this project, right, many times, and it will upload many images, so it will increase the cache and it will load your computer, right, your project. So what we do is to, after processing the image, uploading the image, it will remove the image from the upload folder. And after that, the last step is to save the data. This is in the try block thing to get the data. I checked this thing. The data is in the dictionary format, keyword from the dictionary. So it will wrap the text from, for example, if the text is come in a single line, whole response come in a single line. So we have to wrap the text so it looks like a paragraph, something like that. All right. The last step is to save the data into our pinecone. So this is the pinecone. And now first we have to look this part, the pinecone part I was talking about earlier. We have to initialize the OpenAI embeddings tool. Let me first paste this code to you so you can easily manage it. So first of all, let me initialize the pinecone tool. Yeah, this is the pinecone thing. What I still initialize the pinecone. Now the pinecone is already initialized. Okay, so I hope you know why pinecone is used. If you don't know about that, you can also watch my other video. So basically, what is pinecone is? Pinecone is to store the vector database. Is a vector database is to store the vectors. These vector databases especially used for the OpenAI things. So if you like chat with the database, you can first upload the PDF, upload the image. It will convert the text. It will convert the text, the response, which is basically, for example, if you the PDF text, it will take these text and convert them into embeddings into the vectors form, and in the vectors it will save into our pinecone database. So this method is check the create index. For example, if you create an index in your pinecone, let me show you the pinecone. Pinecone.io. You can log in. My index name is testing, which is already created, right? And these are my API keys. You can see. So, and my environment name is GCP starter. So I can copy that, and I will paste into it. All right. So after doing these things, what it will do is it will first check the index name in my pinecone. All right. Then if the index name is not created, then it will create one for me, which is the testing, right? And if the testing is already created, if the index name is already created, then it will do the next thing, which is to And it will also check these parameters, the index name, dimensions, which is 1 by 3, 6, and metric cosine. And after that, this code will do our work for us, these two things. All right. Here we are. So now this is the function, helper function for me to save the memory and the namespace, any kind of namespace I will write. In this Pinecone, we are creating namespaces. For example, if you have kind of many data like PDF1, PDF2, PDF3, and you want to save the data of PDF1, PDF2, and PDF3 into different things so that cannot be mixed up, right? So you can use the Pinecone namespaces options. So what it can do is it creates the different namespace for you. For example, the PDF1, PDF2, and PDF3, and so you can save the PDF1 data into PDF1 namespace, PDF2 data into the PDF2 namespace, and the PDF3 data into the PDF3 namespace. So the data will not be mixed up. So the response should be should be accurate, should not be hallucinated, right? So yeah, the Flask thing, use that. That's the so that's a very simple HTML code for you guys. I will share your open API keys as well as I also add my API keys in .env file. Okay, now this thing is the second part I will do for you guys, is to chat with the PDF. I'm working on it, and when it's well done, then I will share the video with you guys too. So now what I'm doing, you can also the default port is 5000, but if you want to start this project into another port, so you can do as well. So which is, you can do this thing, right? Now I will use this project into 5001 port. So now we will run this Python analyze image.py, and it will start this project into the localhost 5001. The localhost 5001, and here we are. Alright, this not be found because I'm still working on that, so ignore this part. So here it looks like, right? So now I will choose any image. Let's say I have the image of cat, and I will say describe this image for me, and I will click analyze, and you see the cats.jpg file is in this upload folder, but it will remove when the response will came. And here in a very proper good format, you see it not break the any line, and the response is the proper justified response. That's a CSS work. So when I click on this button, save to Pinecone, it will say you want to enter namespace. I would say cats. Alright. And when I click on the submit button, it says me the alert that I successfully saved the Pinecone. I say okay, and I will check into my Pinecone. I refresh it, and I would click on this browser option, and I would say cats. Hey, this is my namespace commit, and I click on query. Here you can see the image shows up the portrait of a Toby cat. The cat had ice cream green eyes, and it's great. So this is the cat image, right? I use. So that's green eyes. That's right. Gaze directly at the camera, looking at the camera. Yeah, it's fantastic description of any image, right? So I hope you guys like this project, and if you like this project, so hit a like button, subscribe it, share it with your guys, and start working on this thing.